Hey there, I'm Hillary, and this is part 5 in our series on building a wood-framed raised bed garden. In this video, we install the beds. So we show you how to place the beds and level them to themselves and to one another.
So we're installing our raised beds, and we decided to put these in this location squared off of both the fence and the driveway. If you have a straight edge somewhere on your property, the house, a fence, a patio, that you want the bed to be square to, you can use that as a reference point. So for this, we measured 7 feet off the fence to place the bed. So the front corner of the bed is at 7 feet, the back corner of the bed is at 7 feet. That way I know it's parallel to the fence and will look square in the space. You usually don't have 2 edges that you can mark off of, but we also have this driveway. So we went ahead and squared it off of the driveway as well, making it 12 inches set back off the driveway.
After removing the sod, we could clearly see that there was a little slope to this site. So we just dug out around the perimeter of where the first bed was going to go to make it easier to level once the bed was set.
So once we've got the bed about where we want it, we start to level it. And it's important to get the bed level in place because 1, it looks good, and 2, because that way the bed has even pressure on all sides. If your bed's put down on uneven ground, there'll be uneven pressure at different points on the wood, which will cause it to warp and twist, eventually to crack. So your bed will last longer if you set it level on the ground. We've got it leveled both on the long end and leveled on the short end. And what's nice about setting your first bed is that's the hardest part. And after that, you can measure and level everything off of the first bed and things go much more quickly. If you have a really flat site like this one, both of your beds can be exactly level to each other. However, if you're building into a slope or on grade, they can also step down. The beds don't have to be level to each other, but each should be level to itself, meaning the long end and the short end are both level on the ground that it sits on. So our first bed is set in place and it's level. Because we have a flat site, I'm making this bed level to the first bed, which is really easy to do because I can just span the 2 beds with this and make sure they're in the same plane. I'm also going to make sure that the second bed is level to itself on the long and the short ends and measure between the beds to make sure my pathway is consistent. This has a 2-foot wide pathway between it. So I want to make sure it's consistent from that end all the way to this end, and then they'll be square to each other. So as we were digging out the site for these beds, all I did was level the space where the boards actually sit. There's no need to level the entire ground. As you can see, it's going to get filled with dirt anyways. Because this site has really nice soil, we actually just move that soil into the middle of the bed, which 1 is faster than moving it off site, and 2 will reduce the amount of soil we have to bring into the bed. So I just scooped it into the middle, made sure there was a space for my cross spray so that wasn't getting in the way when I was trying to level. And now I can just sort of rake this out and the bed will already be partially filled when we go to bring in our new garden soil.